Why are there not more people talking about the royal family's latest freeze-out? It's the kind of story that seems tailor-made for headlines, yet somehow it's flying under the radar. Maybe it's the subtlety of royal gestures, or perhaps it's the sheer volume of drama that's unfolded over the past few years. But make no mistake, what's happening right now is nothing short of extraordinary in the world of royal relations. If you love a bit of royal drama, buckle up, because this one's got it all. We're talking about high-profile trips, silent treatments, and a family dynamic that's as frosty as a London winter. The stakes, higher than ever. The players, some of the most recognizable faces on the planet. And the consequences, well, they could ripple through the monarchy for years to come. Let's spill the tea. Because when it comes to the House of Windsor, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. Every gesture, every silence, every carefully worded statement, or lack thereof, carries weight. And right now, the silence is speaking volumes. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle jetted off to the Middle East for a whirlwind of humanitarian work. Think charity galas, heartfelt speeches, and even a visit to a rehab centre. Their itinerary was packed, their appearances polished, and their message clear. They're committed to making a difference on the global stage, with or without the backing of the British royal family. The Sussexes' trip was more than just a series of photo ops. It was a statement, a declaration that they're forging their own path, independent of the royal machinery that once defined their every move. From the moment they touched down, cameras followed their every step, capturing moments of compassion, connection, and yes, a touch of glamour. Meghan's speech at the charity gala was particularly poignant. She spoke about the importance of empathy, the power of community, and the need for global cooperation in times of crisis. Harry, ever the supportive partner, stood by her side, nodding in agreement as the audience erupted in applause. It was a moment that felt both intimate and historic, a reminder of the couple's ability to command attention and inspire action. Their visit to the rehabilitation centre was equally impactful. They spent time with patients, listened to their stories, and offered words of encouragement. For many, it was a rare chance to see members of the royal family, albeit former working royals, engage with real issues on the ground, far from the pomp and circumstance of Buckingham Palace. But here's the twist. While the Sussexes were busy making headlines, the British royals back home didn't say a word. No public support, no official statements, not even a congratulatory tweet or a brief mention in the court circular. It was as if Harry and Meghan's trip simply didn't exist in the eyes of the palace. The silence was deafening. In a family where even the smallest gesture can be interpreted as a sign of support or disapproval, the lack of acknowledgement spoke volumes. Was it a calculated move, a simple oversight, or something more deliberate? A message sent not just to Harry and Meghan, but to the world. Not even a polite royal nod. The British royal family, known for their stiff upper lips and carefully choreographed appearances, maintained a facade of business as usual. But behind the scenes, insiders say tensions were running high. Old wounds, it seems, are slow to heal. According to palace insiders, the decision to remain silent was anything but accidental. Some say it was a way to avoid drawing attention to the Sussexes' independent activities. Others believe it was a subtle rebuke, a reminder that, in the eyes of the firm, Harry and Meghan are no longer part of the inner circle. Behind closed doors, royal advisors reportedly debated how to handle the Sussexes' Middle East trip. Should they issue a statement of support, acknowledge the couple's humanitarian efforts, or simply ignore the whole thing and hope it would blow over? In the end, silence won out, a decision that has only fueled speculation about the true state of royal relations. Was this just a simple scheduling clash, or a not-so-subtle snub from the palace? The official line, of course, is that the royal family's calendar is packed, and sometimes events overlap. But royal watchers aren't buying it. The timing, they say, is just too convenient. Theories abound. Some suggest that the palace deliberately scheduled high-profile events to overshadow the Sussexes' trip. Others believe that the lack of acknowledgement was a way to avoid giving Harry and Meghan any additional publicity. Whatever the reason, the result is the same: a glaring absence of support from the royal family. Royal watchers are buzzing, and honestly, can you blame them? This isn't just about a missed opportunity for a photo op or a polite statement. It's about the future of the monarchy, the role of the Sussexes, and the ever-evolving dynamics of one of the world's most famous families. The public reaction has been swift and passionate. Some see the palace's silence as a sign of lingering resentment, a refusal to forgive Harry and Meghan for stepping back from royal duties and airing family grievances in public. Others argue that the Sussexes have made their choice and must now live with the consequences. Social media, as always, is a battleground. Hashtags like #RoyalRift and Sussex Snub are trending, with users dissecting every detail and speculating about what it all means. Polls show a divided public, with some siding with the palace and others rallying behind Harry and Meghan. Experts are weighing in too. Royal biographers point to past instances of family feuds and public snubs, noting that the Windsors have a long history of airing their grievances in subtle, often passive-aggressive ways. Historians remind us that royal rifts are nothing new, but the stakes have never been higher thanks to the global reach of social media and 24-hour news cycles. The silence is almost deafening, especially with rumours swirling about old wounds and frosty family relations. Tabloids are having a field day, publishing stories about secret meetings, icy encounters, and whispered conversations behind palace walls. Every glance, every gesture, every carefully worded statement, or lack thereof, is analysed for hidden meaning. The media frenzy shows no signs of slowing down. Paparazzi stake out royal residences, hoping to catch a glimpse of a family member coming or going. TV anchors devote entire segments to the latest twists and turns in the royal saga. And through it all, the palace remains silent, refusing to be drawn into the drama. The optics are striking. On one side, the royal family attends a church service, projecting an image of unity and tradition. On the other, Harry and Meghan are thousands of miles away, forging their own path and making headlines for all the right reasons, or the wrong ones, depending on your perspective. The contrast couldn't be clearer. The royal family, bound by duty and tradition, moves as a unit. Harry and Meghan, unencumbered by protocol, chart their own course. It's a tale of two families, one clinging to the past, the other embracing the future. Of course, this isn't the first time the royal family has faced internal strife. From the abdication crisis of 1936 to the tumultuous marriage of Charles and Diana, the Windsors have weathered their fair share of storms. But the current rift feels different, more public, more personal, and perhaps more permanent. Some experts warn that the ongoing feud could have lasting consequences for the monarchy. Public trust, they argue, is built on the perception of unity and stability. If the royal family is seen as divided, it could undermine their ability to serve as a symbol of national cohesion. For now, the public remains fascinated. Tourists flock to Buckingham Palace, snapping photos and buying souvenirs. Royal memorabilia flies off the shelves, and every new development is met with a fresh wave of speculation. The debate rages on. Morning shows feature heated discussions between royal commentators, with callers weighing in from across the country. Some argue that the Sussexes are victims of an outdated institution, while others insist that they've brought the drama on themselves. Even social media influencers are getting in on the action, posting videos, analysing royal body language, and speculating about what's really going on behind palace walls. TikTok is awash with clips dissecting every detail, from Meghan's choice of outfit to Harry's facial expressions. Meanwhile, both sides continue with their public duties. The royal family attends charity events and official engagements, projecting an image of stability and continuity. Harry and Meghan, for their part, remain focused on their own charitable work, determined to make a difference on their own terms. The public response is mixed. Some cheer for the royal family, grateful for their sense of tradition and continuity. Others rally behind Harry and Meghan, inspired by their willingness to break the mold and speak out on issues that matter. Even the world of royal memorabilia reflects the divide. Shops sell mugs, t-shirts and keychains featuring both the royal family and the Sussexes, with customers choosing sides as they browse the shelves. The story has gone global. News outlets from New York to New Delhi are covering the rift, with headlines in multiple languages and audiences around the world weighing in. The Windsors, it seems, are as much a global phenomenon as they are a British institution. So, is the royal rift really healing? Or is the drama only getting juicier? The answer, as always, depends on who you ask. Some believe that time will heal old wounds and that the family will eventually reconcile. Others are less optimistic, predicting that the divide will only deepen as both sides dig in their heels. What's clear is that both sides are determined to control the narrative. The royal family emphasizes tradition, duty and service. Harry and Meghan focus on independence, activism and global impact. Each side has its supporters and each is playing to its strengths. The future of the monarchy may well depend on how this rift is resolved. Younger generations, in particular, are watching closely, with many expressing support for Harry and Meghan's more modern approach. Polls show a generational divide, with older Britons tending to side with the palace and younger ones leaning toward the Sussexes. Even solemn occasions are marked by division. On Remembrance Day, the royal family gathers at the cenotaph, while Harry and Meghan lay a wreath at a separate memorial. The symbolism is hard to miss. Two families, two paths, one shared history. The holidays, once a time for family gatherings and shared traditions, now highlight the distance between the two sides. While the royal family attends Christmas services at Sandringham, Harry and Meghan celebrate abroad, surrounded by friends and supporters. Family portraits tell their own story. The official royal photo features an empty space where Harry and Meghan once stood. The Sussexes, meanwhile, release their own family photo, smiling and relaxed in their new home. Is reconciliation possible? Some royal watchers remain hopeful, pointing to past instances where family members have put aside their differences for the sake of the monarchy. Others are less convinced, arguing that too much has been said and done for a true reunion. It's easy to forget, amid all the drama, that there have been moments of unity and joy. The royal weddings, the birth of royal children, the shared celebrations, these are the memories that many hope will one day outweigh the current tensions. For now, both sides continue to do what they do best: serve, inspire, and yes, make headlines. The world watches, waits, and wonders what the next chapter will bring. One thing's for sure, when it comes to the Windsors, even what's said can make global headlines. And sometimes what's left unsaid speaks even louder. As the world continues to watch, analyze and speculate, one thing remains clear: the royal rift is far from over. Whether it will heal or deepen remains to be seen. But for now, the drama continues, and we'll be here to spill the tea every step of the way.